Hi there, Steph. Thanks for popping by. So today's card is for a friend of my children. So it's a little girl who's going to turn 3. And I kind of wanted to do something with a name on it. She probably can read her name by now, but I don't have a lot of little girl stamps. You know, probably something like butterflies or animals, but I've been destashing quite a lot recently, so I don't have that kind of stamps a lot. And I thought it would be nice to put her name on it so she could read it. And then I thought I would add little flowers and, you know, kind of little color scheme. So for me it would be rainbows, but in that case I went for pink just to stay on the safe side. And here we go. So I've hand lettered her name, so she's called Chloe. And then I stamped a happy birthday to you greeting from an Avery Elle stamp set, which I don't remember the name, but it's a stamp set with loads of birthday greeting. And I did a really bad job at the stamping there. I'm stamping with some Memento Tuxedo Black on some Strathmorton Grey. And yeah, I did a really bad job with the stamping, so I went with my black Jelly Roll pen. And I think I'm used to the glaze pen, so I was kind of waiting for the ink to come out. I was like, there's no ink coming out. I think it's a bit on the dry side because I've not used it that much recently, but I mean, if not on the dry side, oh no, there is always a lot less ink coming out of a black Jelly Roll pen than a glazed pen, and mostly because the tip is really a lot thinner. The Sakura white gel pen has a lot more ink, but it's a lot thicker. I'm not sure what the actual size is, but I think the black one, I don't know if it's 0.4 or 0.1. It's tiny, it's quite tiny. So anyway, I went over, so it took me quite a while, because I was kind of trying to do, you know, a good job, and because the ink wouldn't come out. But anyway, so here we go. It came out, and then once I stamped the greeting, and the greeting, sorry, I thought it would be nice to kind of match the little girl's name, or the hand lettering on the name, with the rest. So I kind of added a twirl here and a bit more of a hoop there. And then I took the Clearly Besotted To Have and To Hold stamp set, gorgeous lilies. I love flowers, you might have noticed, and I really like these flowers, and I've colored them before in a, I think it was more of a cream color scheme, a brownish cream color scheme. So here I went with kind of rosy pink with a hint of purple to create dimension as well. So I started with a dark purple, then a medium purple, then a medium pink, then a lighter pink, and then a white, and then I went over again with a dark, it's not even a purple, it's more like a dark blue to be honest, but that kind of create that contrast on the edge. And then I went again with my dark purple, medium pink, light pink, and in the end, to make the center a bit lighter, I used some white, and it would work quite well. And I've not used a Prisma for a little bit, a few weeks at least, and they are really good at blending because they are so waxy. And I really like that, so I can't recommend them enough because I've said that before, but I've had them for more than a year now, and although I've not colored as much in 2017 as I did the previous year, they do still go a really long way, so I would still say that it's a really good value for money medium, let's call it like that. So for the first leaf I went not too fast for the other leaves because they are the same, it's exactly the same way of coloring. I went quite a bit faster, so I'm almost finished with that leaf, and then I will skip the next flower because it's exactly the same, so just for video purposes, not to keep it too long and to keep your attention really, I will skip the next flower as well. But it's, yeah, I think it's quite pretty. I hope you find it pretty, or at least interesting. So here we go, and then we have the tiny flowers. So for the tiny flowers I used the very light pink, and then the darkest purple, and then the bluish purple. I kind of did a mix of 3. It is a very tiny space, so it's quite hard to get something regular and to kind of blend the colors with each other. I don't think it's that practical. They are very cute little flowers, don't get me wrong. I just don't think it's easy to do a blend on that kind of sizes. But then I added just some brown for the little twig, and then a little bit of a light green to kind of give it a little bit, so like it looks like less chunky, if that makes sense. So then I wanted to retrace the outlines, and so far, it's been a while, but I haven't found anything that works the way I want. I would like something really black, I would like something really contrasting, and what you see now, I think it's okay, but it's not as good as I would like it to be. I would like a dark black that looks like a pigment pen, and unfortunately on these waxy crayons it doesn't work. So what I've done in the meantime, I'm using a sample pen I received from the brand Stettler, and it's called Mars Lumograph Black 6B, and it's basically a black pencil, not a grey, black, and that's what I'm using, and it's the only thing so far that I found that actually works on the waxy consistency of the Prismacolor, and doesn't get damaged in the process. So here we go. If you have something else, I'd be happy to hear from it. So here I've used the white gel pen. I was trying to kind of add some by using the white gel pen, I was trying to kind of have a blank base to add glitter onto it, and then my Copic Speaker at You Gold, I think I blame my daughter for that. It's going a bit funny, so I'm assuming she probably squeezed the nib a bit too hard onto a piece of paper, but nonetheless it wasn't working very well. And then I used you will see me afterwards, I used a gold gel pen, and that didn't work either. So eventually in the end you will see me go to a Speaker at You Orange, which worked a lot better because it was a lot juicier, but in the end the effect was actually really subtle, so I did spend quite a lot of time on that, and it didn't work out very well, but you know, I tried. I will add some glitter nonetheless at the end, but not that way. So here to create dimension I used my cool grey markers. For the first name I used W5 3, and then I went back to 7 5 and 3 again. So it's kind of, by using the 5 first, I found that the 7 blends into the 5, and if I use the 7 first, then I don't think it blends as well with the 5, or if it does take more work. So I would definitely recommend to start with a 5, and then go to the darker color 7, and then blend again with a 5 and then a 3. And the 1 on this one is kind of a pointless because it's pretty much the color of the cardstock, so it blends with it anyway. And then for the Happy Birthday to You, I went with the 5 and the 3 because I didn't want it to pop quite as much as the first name. So here I've traced the outlines of the flower as well. And yeah, I mean, you can see it. There is contrast, don't get me wrong. I'm being picky there probably, but I think I just want it to be more contrast. But I mean, I look at the card that's in front of me on the shelf and it's fine. I'm just probably just picky. It's probably the card maker eye kind of thing. Someone who's not into card making probably wouldn't pay attention. So here I tried with the gold gel pen I was telling you about earlier, and I'm scribbling on my hand again and again, and it's just not working. So it's been getting really frustrating. But I think I had that pen for quite a long time as well. It's probably been a few years now. So yeah. Anyway, I gave up. So here's the orange Copic at You Speaker, and that worked a lot better. So I still really love these pens. I just think my gold one is gone a bit funky, and I blame Liv for that. Blame the child. But I think it's her. I've seen her being quite abusive towards some of my pens. So anyway, then I used a white Sakura white gel pen to add dimension by tracing that little white line behind the word. It adds that dimension, and without it, it all looks so flat. Even with the dimension of the cool grey marker doing the shading, without the white, I don't think it works. I think it's a duo thing. It works better together. Then I decided that I was missing the white, so I retraced the white on the top of the gold. You must think she's going crazy. In the end, it works fine. It looks nice, but yeah, I suppose there's trial and error there, and I had to kind of try things to see how, you know, what the best way of doing things. I've been doing less card making recently, so I suppose it's not as fluid as it used to be, but you know, I'm back in the game. So anyway, I wanted more glitter because I covered my glitter with my white gel pen, so I went with my Spectrum Noir, I think it's called, and I added glitter everywhere, and that's a lot better. Here you can see it's still wet, it hasn't dried at that stage, but it works a lot better, and it does actually dry out on on the waxy consistency of the Prismacolor, just in case you wondered, because you could actually think the water of, I think it's water, you could wonder if the water of the Spectrum Noir would dry on the waxy consistency, but it does, so that's good news. So anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you found it interesting. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. Don't hesitate to subscribe to my channel, and have a great day. Bye!